In this galaxy, infinity and beyond, resided many species that fought for their survival. And there was only war. Amongst the various factions, the most notable one was made by the God Emperor, the Imperium of Man. Although he was mortally wounded millennia ago, bounded within the Golden Throne, yet to wake from his slumber, mankind is united under his guidance. And even to this day, humanity maintains its front lines against enemy aliens. However, unlike these ones with brute strength and numbers, Orks, or the robotic skeletal warriors of Necrons, or the insectoid swarm that feeds on entire worlds, the Tyranids, humans are rather powerless against them, for they are feeble, as they do not possess fangs or great size. Thus, the Emperor created superhumans with his genes, the 21 Primarchs, and used them as gene seeds to create a troop of super soldiers. And they are the Space Marines. They'd go through 19 physical augmentations and be granted survivability virtually immortal. Their code of conduct, Codex Astartes, would serve as their guide, and as allies, they'd be angels of death. And to enemies, they'd be reapers of destruction, spreading the glory of the Emperor. And back to the story. One of the Forge World's planets that make war supplies, planet of Graia, was invaded by ones that reproduced from fungal spores. The hostile ones always looking for war, the Orks, and was on the verge of being overrun. And above else, the strongest weaponry of the Imperium, battle titans, were manufactured here. Therefore, the Imperium of Man could not afford to lose his planet. And thus, a game-changing decision was made, dispatching a unit from one of many chapters, the most honored even among the Space Marines, the Ultramarines.
Captain Titus, the Orks have massacred the Forge World's forces, and they have taken the planetary defense weapons.
Clever of the damned Orks. Keeps us off their backs while they loot the Titan war machines.
Brace for evasive maneuvers.
Pilot, report!
Starboard engine is dead, Sergeant. We're losing altitude.
Get the ship to safety. We'll find another way down.
Aye, Captain. Thunderhawk Lancer 12 returning to launch bay.
This is your plan.
We need to get to the surface to take out the gun battery. Or do you want to go home already, Sergeant?
Not before having a word or two with the Orks.
Is that wise, Captain? The Codex Astartes does not support this action.
Try to keep up.
Landing on an Ork flagship, Captain Titus cleared out the waves of Orks without regard. Titus soon ran into the Ork Warboss, Grimskull.
Get off my ship, Space Marine!
But no change of plan was needed. Thus, the improvised Planetfall was safely executed. Then, he reunited with his newest aide, separated from the Descent, Leandros.
Are you wounded?
The Codex Astartes warns against using jump packs to leap blindly into enemy fire, and for good reason.
Your days as a novice are behind you. Why do you still interpret the Codex so narrowly?
I look to its rules for guidance.
We all do. But there are also benefits to thinking for yourself, Guardians.
After rendezvousing with another aide,
I've saved some orcs for you.
a seasoned veteran, Sidonis, the squad made their way to support Imperial's regular army, the Imperial Guards in peril.
You have saved us.
Rise, Guardsmen. You saved yourselves.
The scent of blood attracted hordes of orcs. But the instruments of the God Emperor's will, the Space Marines, and only 3 of them, despite the number difference, were sufficient to change the tide. With the command safely secured, Titus and his men met Second Lieutenant Mira.
Thank the Emperor. Second Lieutenant Mira, 203rd Cadian Regiment.
Captain Titus of the Ultramarines.
You are in command.
I'm all that's left, my lord. Unless my commanders rise from the grave. So far, they seem content to stay put.
Lieutenant, the scouts have returned to forward base.
How many?
2.
Damn. I sent out 10. That's where the Orks breached the gun battery. We haven't been able to make it inside the wall. There just aren't enough of us.
You have survived this long on your own, Lieutenant. You have done well. But you are no longer alone. We will retake the gun. You will get your reinforcements.
I'll hold you to that, Captain.
To neutralize the gun battery against a detachment of orcs. Like unclogging a toilet, the Ultramarines plunged their way through and got inside.
There. I will place the charge on that shell.
To arm an explosive to the shell, thus easily destroying the enemy gun battery. Like so, the Imperial Guard troops were saved, and the squad began their search for the Titan. Boarding on the Orc battering ram, using plasma cannons to take down the enemy gunship, as well as stopping the Orc ram simultaneously. They arrived at the Manufactorum where the Titans are made. Here, Captain Titus discovered a message by an Inquisitor, Drogon's distress signal. He stated that an experimental device he's been developing was at risk and requested immediate aid.
We need to find the Inquisitor before the Orcs do.
The Inquisition, a secret organization outside the Imperium hierarchy, keeping rebels in check, as well as overseeing outside threats the Emperor's hand. If an Inquisitor is managing the secret project, it could either be very important or extremely dangerous. The Marines made haste. With the newfound power axe, Titus chopped his way inside. To secure the Battle Titan Invictus, the sacred war machine, as well as finding Drogon.
Inquisitor Drogon?
I am Drogon. And you are?
Captain Titus of the Ultramarines. We received your distress call, but you seem to have weathered the enemy's attack.
I am soldier and scientist, both, Captain.
What is the status of the experimental device?
And Drogon explained that the device is a power source, not a weapon. And if the Orks find it and take it apart, it would destroy the entire planet. Thus, the group rushed to retrieve it. But Grimskull sensed the great power also,
You trying to steal my Titans?
and brought even stronger boys to take the device. So Captain Titus unleashed his wrath upon them and successfully secured the mysterious device. Barely surviving the blow, Titus fought dangerously through the narrow sewer pipes
Oi! Space Marine!
and reunited with his brothers. But as the seemingly limitless Orc reinforcements promised no better, without a choice, Titus decided to escape the planet with Drogon and his device, and consulted Inquisitor Drogon.
Inquisitor Drogon, we need to get you off planet before we're overrun by Orks.
You were exposed to the unshielded power source. In the generator room, I saw it. You held raw energy from the warp. How are you still alive? The power source conducts warp energies.
The stuff of chaos. Heresy.
My work against the Xenos has the Imperium's blessing.
Can your blessed work help us against the Orks?
The power source fuels an experimental weapon at my research facility. The Psychic Scourge. It could destroy the Orks.
You didn't think to bring up this Scourge Weapon before.
The Psychic Scourge has never been test-fired, Sergeant. If it malfunctions, it could crack this planet in half.
We're out of options. We fire the weapon and take our chances.
Warp energy. The energy that made interstellar travel feasible for man and prospered throughout the entire galaxy. The greatest gift to man. Except that the warp consists of raw emotions from sentience, particularly dark and chaotic ones. Thus, collective desires of sentient beings of the world were born into entities of absolute evil, known as the four Chaos Gods. In the age of technology, the golden age of prospering of humankind, the Chaos Gods gathered vast strength when man's prosper. With the entities that served them, the daemons, they tried to interfere with reality. And through corruption of the human psychers, by the chaotic flow of warp, the mankind of the past that abused warp without check paid the price for that and went downfall over various internal conflicts. Because of warp's dangerous nature, amongst all imperial organizations, the Inquisition held the highest authority. The organization took extreme measures to deal with heretics, kept psychers under control, and only a handful of approved could research the warp. But despite being directly exposed to the dangers of the warp, Captain Titus was still in one piece. But time didn't allow them to think this over. The greenskins were ever increasing in numbers, and a powerful, decisive weapon was needed and fast. With Lieutenant Mir's timely support, the Marines rode a Valkyrie to get to the laboratories. In response to this bold move, the airborne Orc scums engaged the ship. But Titus, once again, descended safely. With the weapon granted only to the best and bravest, the thunder hammer in his hand, Titus smote the Orks as Emperor's might. Accompanying Drogon, Titus made it inside the research lab, inserted the device, being triumphant over Grimskull's distraction.
You got something of mine!
The Marine fired the psychic scourge.
Firing now.
Why didn't it work?
Damn that Drogon! Never trust the Inquisition!
Stand fast, Ultramarines. We can handle a few Orks.
Space Marine! Was that supposed to hurt?
Demons! How is this possible?
Ah! You got new friends now, Space Marine! Inquisitor! Get back! How heroic. Drogon!
I have served you well, Lord Nemeroth.
Traitor. I see. My servant did all that I hoped and more. But he would never have succeeded without you, Captain Titus. Thanks to these brave space marines, we have broken through to this reality. The blessed gateway. Clever fool. You seem surprisingly able to resist my touch, Titus of the Ultramarines. And that of the war, which impressed my servant to no end. Ah, you think the Inquisitor a traitor, but Drogon has been dead since before you first met. You have been used by my puppet of flesh and bone. Ah! I ain't so easy to kill.
Chaos, mankind's archenemy. Among the Primarchs and soldiers that served the Emperor, Many of them had succumbed to corruption. The Emperor's most favored son, Horus Lupercal, was their leader, and those heretics unleashed the horrible civil war, later known as the Horus Heresy. It was this war that crippled the Emperor to be on the Golden Throne with his body decaying. And although the war was lost, for these traitors, the Chaos embraced them. They are now known as the Chaos Space Marines, posing a threat to the Imperium of Man for countless years. And now, with the Chaos Force's entry, the battlefield became a mess. Also, the Warp Gate, on top of the orbital spire, called more and more agents of Chaos onto this planet. And the only weapon fit for this was the dormant Titan.
We use Invictus to sever the orbital spire.
Through the chaotic three-sided battlegrounds,
Ultramarines, attack!
Titus and his men sought to reach the Titan. But despite the calm actions they show, the sudden Chaos invasion was enough to shake their minds.
Put voice to my concerns.
Speak then.
The Codex Astartes warns that those in league with Chaos can withstand the warp's touch.
You forget yourself, Ultramarine.
Leandros, I do not take this warp resistance lightly. But the search for answers must wait until after we deal with this Chaos invasion.
What if that is too late?
Leandros, enough. We need to keep moving.
With a clear answer delayed, the group went onward, dealing with the demons from the warp and corrupted heretics, as well as troops of Chaos Space Marines.
Retrieve the warp device!
Even for the Ultramarines, it wasn't a mission easy to overcome.
Only in death does duty end.
However, Titus wanted to make up for his mistakes at all costs. So by helping Lieutenant Mira,
Greetings, Ultramarines!
he reactivated the sentry guns to save countless lives of the guards and advanced to the Titan Manufactorum.
You think you can walk out of here with that sparkly thing? I'm Boss Grimskull! This whole planet is mine! Whoa!
Time to rid of this scum for good.
You've been at my heels for long enough. This ends now.
His reckless dash and crimson streams of bullets. Most of all, his very presence brought the boys out. A true Warboss material, a worthy foe. But not even the Warboss could prevail over the iron will and steel might of the mighty Ultramarine captain.
I ain't finished with you yet, Space Marine!
But I am finished with you, Ork.
With the Warboss's defeat, the Orks lost the war to fight.
Captain Titus, the Orks are running scared. What's happened?
Titus returned to the Manufactorum to board the Battle Titan, and using the power source, he brought judgment to his enemies.
Target acquired. Firing now.
By destroying the spire and the main warp gate, the Marines stopped the Chaos Fleet's entry. Now, before cleansing the planet of filth, Titus asked Adonis to safeguard the device.
As quickly as I can.
Then, after sentencing traitors of the Imperium to death, Titus went ahead to reunite with Adonis.
Adonis! At last! No! This device is a gift from the Chaos Gods. It holds the key to my evolution, to my ascension, to immortal demonhood. My armies will spill humanity's blood across the stars. You continue to resist my touch. Only a deep connection to the warp can explain this. Will you be joining us soon, brother?
Nemeroth killed Sidonus for the power source. You said the Inquisitor's work was heretical, Leandros. You are right.
What do you mean?
Nemeroth plans to use the power source to trigger his transformation into a demon prince.
Abomination!
How can we stand against such a creature?
I will kill Nemeroth when he's most vulnerable. During the transformation. Safeguard Sidonus until the apothecary arrives. Then join the Imperial attack.
Going alone is suicide. Or worse. We know the enemy takes great interest in your connection to Chaos.
Do you fear my falling to Chaos?
Of course not. Whatever lies behind your resistance, it can only be to the enemy's favor.
Why? Perhaps this resistance can get you close enough for a killing blow.
I will destroy Nemeroth with skill and steel, or die trying. If this resistance comes into play during battle, so be it.
So be it.
Thus, Titus was left alone against the demonic legion of chaos. But to this brave warrior, a surprise reinforcement made its way.
Blood Raven Squad Corvus reporting in, Captain Titus. We joined the Liberation Fleet at Bakar, along with a squad of Black Templars.
Unleash the fury you showed in the Aurelian Crusade, and we will be glad to have even a few Blood Ravens with us.
You may rely on that, Captain.
Another fateful chapter against evil. Brothers of Blood Ravens. Countless traitors and daemons swarmed out of the portal. But against these war angels, the enemies had no choice but to perish. With the arrival of Ultramarine reinforcements, Titus successfully cleared out the ground Chaos Force and headed to the Spire to face his greatest enemy. With Jump Pack and Thunderhammer, Titus struck his foes with no mercy whatsoever. Flying like a butterfly and stinging like a killer bee. Against the chaos, the Marine proved loud and clear why they're called the Emperor's Angels of Death. The captain proceeded to climb the spire, tainted with evil and insanity, to finally catch up to Nemeroth.
I return your dark relic to him. I offer up this world and all those upon it. I ask for the reward that was promised.
You want to talk to your gods? I will send you to them.
Admitted, Titus. The power of chaos is within you, calling to this relic. Imagine the Ultramarines dominating this galaxy in glorious conquest, with you at their head. Imagine the power you could wield.
As a slave to chaos, nothing you say could tempt me from the path of honor, or from avenging the deaths of my battle brothers.
You are no threat to me now!
The fate of the planet depended on this. Waves of demons, seemingly endless, fiercely blocked Titus's way. But the determined Marine was armed with sturdy armor and deadly arsenal. And the instrument of the Emperor, defender of mankind, feared nothing but failure.
Killing my servants matters little. I am unassailable. The gods of chaos protect me with the very energies of creation.
You forget, Nemeroth. I am no stranger to the touch of the warp.
Look there, Ultramarine. You have saved this world. I see the Ultramarines are human, after all.
More than you know, Lieutenant.
Inquisition is here.
His injuries appear chaos inflicted. You are certain of this charge?
Captain Titus has been corrupted by chaos, Inquisitor Thrax.
I am no heretic!
You lie! Only an agent of chaos could withstand such warp exposure.
I sent the demon to oblivion.
But did you have unholy assistance? We must know. You will submit to my authority, Captain, or the Inquisition must conclude that you have corrupted every Ultramarine under your command. Not to mention those who stand at your side.
Ignore his threats. Come on.
The Inquisition will destroy you, Mira, and the Ultramarines will be forever dishonored. Leave my brothers and the Lieutenant alone. I will come with you. I do not know why I can resist the touch of chaos, but I swear I will discover the truth.
We will discover many truths, Space Marine.
Codex Astartes leaves no room for doubt. You cannot touch the warp and emerge unscathed.
The Codex Astartes is a set of rules. They guide us, shape us as Ultramarines. Teach us to hold duty and honor sacred above all. But how we live with those rules is the true test of a Space Marine. And you have failed.
Company command! This is first platoon! We've lost the square! We can't hold it!